स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ मटेरियल मेड इजी बाय एच एन शर्मा की सीरीज में आज हम शेयर स्ट्रेस डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन इन बीम ऑफ टी सेक्शन पर एक न्यूमेरिकल सॉल्व करेंगे। लेकिन आगे बढ़ने से पहले आप लोगों से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि अभी तक अगर आपने इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए और साथ ही साथ साइड में लगे हुए बेल आइकन पे जरूर क्लिक कीजिए ताकि जब भी मैं कोई नया वीडियो अपलोड करूं तो आपके पास में टाइमली नोटिफिकेशन पहुंच सके। So our question is, a beam AB supported at its end has a span of 2 meter and carries a uniformly distributed load of 200 kilonewton per meter over the entire span. Cross section is given to us, that is of T section. Calculate the maximum shear stress in the beam and draw shear stress distribution marking principal values. So हमारे पास में एक बीम है जो दोनों ही एंड्स पे सिंपली सपोर्टेड है। इसकी लेंथ है 2 मीटर एंड इट इज कैरिंग यूडीएल ऑफ 200 किलोन्यूटन पर मीटर ओवर द एंटायर स्पेन। टी क्रॉस सेक्शन है, हमें मैक्सिमम शियर स्ट्रेस बीम में फाइंड आउट करना है और साथ ही साथ वी हैव टू ड्रॉ द शियर स्ट्रेस डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन विद द प्रिंसिपल वैल्यूज। So this is the cross section given to us with all the dimensions of the cross section. Now, since the beam is simply supported and carrying uniformly distributed load, it means the figure is something like this. This gray colored beam is shown to us with the red colored UDL, simply supported at the ends, and इसका हमने shear force of bending moment diagram draw किया है. So here from this shear force diagram it is clearly visible that the maximum shear force will be WL by 2 and it will be at its ends. तो ये शेयर फोर्स की वैल्यू हमने शेयर फोर्स डायग्राम से फाइंड आउट की है, बट इफ यू आर नॉट कंफर्टेबल कि ये शेयर फोर्स डायग्राम कैसे बनाया, ये वैल्यू हमने कैसे फाइंड आउट की, देन आई विल रिक्वेस्ट यू टू प्लीज गो टू माय वीडियोस ऑफ शेयर फोर्स एंड बेंडिंग मोमेंट डायग्राम, जहां पर मैंने शेयर फोर्स और बेंडिंग मोमेंट डायग्राम के डिफरेंट केसेस को स्टडी करते हुए आपको ये समझाया है कि शेयर फोर्स और बेंडिंग मोमेंट डायग्राम कैसे बनते हैं, कैसे शेयर फोर्स की वैल्यू फाइंड आउट होती है, कैसे बेंडिंग मोमेंट की वैल्यूज फाइंड आउट होती है। सो यू कैन रेफर टू माय वीडियोस एंड यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड दिस थिंग, बट यहां पर मैं सिर्फ इस वैल्यू को यूज करूंगा, that maximum shear force value is WL by 2. So the maximum shear force will be at the support and it will be WL by 2, where W is the uniformly distributed load and L is the length of the beam. Now putting the values, we will get force equal to WL by 2 means 200 into 10 to the power of 3 into 2 by 2. So finally we will get shear force equal to 200 kilonewton, and this shear force is the maximum shear force at the section of the beam. Now we will locate the neutral axis of the cross section. So for that, let us consider or let us assume that this neutral axis is lying at a distance of y bar from the topmost fiber CD. हम ये मान के चलते हैं कि neutral axis topmost fiber CD से y bar distance पर lie करता है. So then to locate the neutral axis, I will take the moment about the top edge CD. So taking the moment, it will be 12.5 into 2.5. This is the area of the flange where the width is 12.5 and height is 2.5. So this 12.5 into 2.5 is the area of the flange plus 2.5 into 17.5 means from here to here. This is the height of the web. This is 20 minus 2.5 means 17.5 centimeters. So this 2.5 into 17.5, this is the area of the web. So this is the total area of the cross section multiplied by y bar, which is the distance of neutral axis from the topmost fiber CD. Now this will be equal to the area of the flange 12.5 into 2.5. This is the area of the flange into the distance of its centroidal axis from the topmost fiber CD. तो centroidal axis flange का कैसा होगा? It will be something like this. And it will lie, obviously it will lie at the mid of the height. So this distance from the topmost fiber CD will be equal to 2.5 by 2 means 1.25 centimeters. So this is 1.25. Now similarly for the web, the cross section is 2.5 centimeter into 17.5 centimeter. This one, so this one is 17.5. So this is the area 2.5 into 17.5 centimeter into distance of its centroidal axis from the topmost fiber CD. So centroidal axis means from here to here, this centroidal axis obviously is lying at the mid of the height of the web. So this much distance will be 17.5 by 2 plus the thickness of this flange, 2.5. So this is 2.5 plus 17.5 by 2 is the distance of the centroidal axis of the web from the topmost fiber CD. So now solving it further, we will get that 75 y bar equal to 531.24, or it implies that y bar equal to 531.24 by 75, that is equal to 7.08 centimeter, or we can say that y bar equal to 7.08 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meters. So हमने ये find out कर लिया कि हमारा neutral axis of the cross section is lying at a distance of 7.08 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meter from the topmost fiber CD. Now we will take the moment of inertia of the cross section about the neutral axis. जो neutral axis हमने find out किया है, इस neutral axis के about में हम cross sectional area का moment of inertia find out करेंगे. So this is our cross sectional area. So आगे बढ़ने से पहले I would like to again remind you about the parallel axis theorem, which says we have a rectangle with width b and height h, and this is the centroidal axis of this rectangle. So it says that the moment of inertia about its own centroidal axis will be bh cube by 12. But हमारे पास एक और axis है AB which is parallel to the centroidal axis and the distance between these two is x. Then as per the parallel axis theorem, the moment of inertia about the axis AB will be moment of inertia about its own axis plus area of the rectangle, that is BH, into a square of distance between them. So this is the expression. So we will use this expression for finding out the moment of inertia of the cross section about the neutral axis NA. So let's proceed. And this will be equal to moment of inertia for the flange. This is 12.5 is the B and H is 2.5. So 12.5 into 2.5 cube by 12. This is the moment of inertia of the flange about its own axis, means about this centroidal axis. The distance between the topmost point and the centroidal axis will be 2.5 by 2, means 1.25 centimeters. So the distance between the centroidal axis and the neutral axis will be y bar minus 1.25. So this y bar means 7.08 minus 1.25 centimeters. So we have put the values as per the parallel axis theorem. And similarly for the web, B is 2.5 and H means the height of the web, that is 17.5 centimeters. So this is 17.5 cm. So this is H. So B means 2.5 into 17.5 cube by 12. This is the moment of inertia of the web about its own centroidal axis, means this axis. So this centroidal axis will lie at the mid of this 17.25. So the distance of this centroidal axis of the web from the topmost fiber CD, it will be 17.5 by 2 plus 2.5, which is equal to 11.25. So obviously the distance between the neutral axis and the centroidal axis of this web will be equal to 11.25 minus y bar. So this is 11.25 minus 7.08 centimeter. So now solving it further, we will get that moment of inertia will be equal to 2955.73 centimeter to the power 4, or if you want to convert it to the meter to the power 4, then it will be multiplied by 10 to the power of minus 2 to the power 4. So we will get that moment of inertia of the cross section about the neutral axis will be 2955.73 into 10 to the power of minus 8 meter to the power 4. Now we know that shear stress on longitudinal section is given by tau equal to Fa y bar by IV, where F is the shear force at the section, A is the area, B is the width of area considered, and y bar is the distance of its centroidal axis from the neutral axis. So we will use this expression to find out the shear stress on longitudinal section at different points. So let's proceed. Now shear stress in the flange at the junction with the web. So this is our flange, this rectangular portion. So we have to find out the shear stress in this flange at the junction with the web, means here. So as per the formula, we will put the values. This is 200 into 10 to the power of 3. This is force, shear force, which is already given to us. Area of the flange, 12.5 centimeter into 2.5 centimeter. So converting the values to meter, we will use 12.5 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meter into 2.5 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meter. So this is the area. Now centroidal axis of this flange will be somewhere here, means from the top the distance is 1.25. centimeters. Now the distance of its centroidal axis from the neutral axis will be this much, and this will be equal to y bar minus 1.25. So this is 7.08 into 10 to the power minus 2 minus 1.25 into 10 to the power minus 2. This is y bar. Now divided by I, that moment of inertia we have already calculated, 2955.73 into 10 to the power minus 8. This is the moment of inertia. And B is the width. Width of what? Width of flange. Because we are taking the shear stress in the flange. हम flange में shear stress निकाल रहे हैं at the junction with the web. So here the width of the flange will be taken, and its width is 12.5 centimeter. Means 12.5 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter. So this is width. So now solving it further, we will get that shear stress in the flange at the junction with the web is 9.862 into 10 to the power of 6 Newton per meter square, or this is 9.862 megapascal. And shear stress in the web at the junction with the flange. Now we will find out the shear stress in the web at the junction with the flange, means here. That is I'm marking with the red line. So as per the formula, we will put the values. This is 200 into 10 to the power of 3. This is the shear force, the value of shear force that is already given to us. Now area of the flange, that is 12.5 into 2.5. So this is 12.5 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meter into 2.5 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meter. So this is the area. Now y bar is again the distance of the centroidal axis from the neutral axis. जैसे हमने यहाँ ऊपर find out किया, similarly this will be y bar minus 1.25. So this is again, this is our y bar, and this is the moment of inertia I, and this is the width. Now the width is different. Here the width is now 2.5 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meter. Why? Because we are finding out the shear stress in the web. तो हम यहाँ पर web की thickness consider करेंगे, which is 2.5 centimeters. So we are taking it as 2.5. So now solving it further, we will get that shear stress is equal to 49.310 into 10 to the power of 6 Newton per meter square. Or finally we can say that shear stress in the web at the junction with the flange is 49.310 megapascal. Now we know that the shear stress will be maximum at the neutral axis, and its value will be F upon IB A1Y1 bar plus A2Y2 bar. So now यहाँ पर हमें slightly different equation दिखाई दे रही है. Actually we are finding out the shear stress at the neutral axis at this one. So we have to take the area above it. Area above it means this is the flange, and this is the area of the web that we have to consider. Okay, so the flange area I am taking it as 1, and this area I am taking it as 2. So this actually, the shear stress formula says it will be equal to F A1 Y1 bar by IB for this flange portion plus F A2 Y2 bar by IB for this web portion. So jointly I can write it like this. Now we will find out the values of A1 Y1 bar and A2 Y2 bar first. So A1 Y1 bar will be equal to 12.5 is the width of the flange, 2.5 is the height of the flange. So area of the flange is 12.5 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter into 2.5 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter. So this is the area. And y bar is the distance of its centroidal axis from the neutral axis, and this will be equal to y bar minus 1.25. So this is 7.08 into 10 to the power minus 2 minus 1.25 into 10 to the power minus 2 meters. So finally we will get that A1 Y1 will be equal to 182.187 into 10 to the power of minus 6. Similarly, find out the value of A2 Y2 bar. This will be equal to area of this web portion, this much. Here the width is 2.5. So this is 2.5 into 10 to the power minus 2. And height means this much of height. So from the neutral axis is lying at a distance of y bar from the topmost fiber CD, and this much of height will be y bar minus thickness of the flange. So this is 7.08 minus 2.5. 7.08 minus 2.50. This will be equal to 4.58 centimeter. and this much is 4.58, this one. So this is the width and this is the thickness. So this is the area of the second portion, that is the web portion here, this one. And now the distance of its centroidal axis from the neutral axis means this much of distance we have to find out. So its centroidal axis obviously will lie at the mid of 4.58. So its distance will be 4.58 by 2, that is equal to 2.29 centimeters. So distance between its centroidal axis and neutral axis will be 2.29 centimeters. So this is 2.29 to 10 to the power minus 2. So solving further, we will get A2Y2 bar is equal to 26.220 into 10 to the power minus 6. So here this is A1Y1 bar and this is A2Y2 bar. Let me correct it. Now we will put these values in this formula and find out the answer. So putting the values, this is F is 200 into 10 to the power of 3. My I is 2955.73 into 10 to the power of minus 8. And B is the width, that is 2.5 into 10 to the power of minus 2. That is width of the web. Because here we are finding out the shear stress at the neutral axis. So at the neutral axis, the width of the web is 2.5 centimeter, this one. So we have taken this width as 2.5 centimeters. And A1Y1 bar and A2Y2 bar. So finally we will solve it and we will get the value to be 56.407 into 10 to the power of 6 Newton per meter square, or we can say this is 56.407 megapascals. So हमने यहाँ पर तीनों ही पॉइंट्स पे shear stress की वैल्यू फाइंड आउट कर ली. Now we will represent the shear stress distribution graphically on the diagram. So it will be something like this. यहाँ पर हम देख सकते हैं at the top fiber the stress is 0, at the bottom fiber also the stress is 0. At the neutral axis मैंने एक लाइन मार्क की and vertical line पहले मैंने ड्रॉ कर ली, this one for the reference. So as per the value I am marking the point on these horizontal lines जो मैंने accordingly इस diagram से ड्रॉ कर ली. Now at the top and bottom fiber, since the shear force is 0, so this is 0 here. Now shear force in the flange at the junction with the web, this is 9.862. So I have marked it 9.862 with some scale. Shear force in the web at the junction with the flange is 49.310. So this is 49.310. I marked it here. At the neutral axis, this is 56.407. So I marked it here with some suitable scale. And now I have joined these points with a smooth curve to draw this shear stress distribution diagram. So this is the diagram of shear stress distribution. So here we have also proved that shear stress is maximum at the neutral axis and 0 at the top and bottom fiber. यानी shear stress की value neutral axis पे maximum होगी और top and bottom fiber पे 0 होगी. So my dear friends, I hope कि आज इस न्यूमेरिकल को सॉल्व करने के लिए हमने जो कंसेप्ट यूज किया है, जो प्रोसीजर अपनाया है, वो आपको प्रॉपर्ली समझ में आ गया होगा. फिर भी अगर आपके मन में कोई डाउट है तो आप कमेंट सेक्शन में कमेंट कर सकते हैं. मैं कोशिश करूंगा कि आपके कमेंट्स का मैं प्रॉपर्ली और टाइमली रिप्लाई कर सकूं. साथ ही साथ आप मुझे मेरे गिवन कॉन्टैक्ट नंबर पे, मेरे गिवन ईमेल आईडी पे भी कॉन्टैक्ट कर सकते हैं. सो माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, अगर आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आया देन आई विल रिक्वेस्ट यू टू प्लीज लाइक इट, सब्सक्राइब इट, अपने फ्रेंड सर्कल में भी इसको सर्कुलेट कीजिए सो दैट दे कैन आल्सो टेक द बेनिफिट ऑफ इट. थैंक यू.